How about them dogs? Yo, what's up YouTube? So today's video, we're talking about gear that I use day in and day out with these YouTube videos or with videos for clients, and in hopes to kind of give you guys some type of insight to the actual gear that's useful to production, my production in particular, and hopes that you can see some type of overlaps with your workflow and items that you may need or items that you don't need that you thought that you did need. Today's video, we're breaking it up into 3 categories. The first being audio, second being camera and accessories, and the third being lighting. First piece of gear that you need as a videographer is some type of microphone. Now, of course, there are a number of different types of microphones, different prices, different options, different brands. It's crazy. But depending on the style of video you're trying to shoot, there's 3 basic categories for mics. So first is a shotgun mic, similar to this Rode Video Micro, and this is the mic that I use for all of my vlogs. So if you're interested in making vlogs, then you definitely will need some type of shotgun mic that's mounted directly onto your camera body and plugged straight into your headphone jack, and you have a good source of audio to record yourself talking. If you're interested in shooting some type of podcast style where you'll be sitting and talking for an extensive period of time and you need some good, crispy, clean audio, you may want to consider something similar to the SM58 that I have here. And this microphone is typically what radio personalities use, or similar to the SM7B that's been so popularized by streamers and then also by podcasters. So yeah, but the SM7B here is a little more affordable compared to the SM7B, but it still serves the exact same purpose. And the third type of mic is a boom mic. Now, if you've ever seen any type of production or an audio guide, the first thing that comes to mind is a guy holding some type of boom pole with the microphone close to the talent, right out of frame. And that's exactly what this type of microphone is, and that is the Rode NTG2. Now, this microphone is the mic that I use literally for the majority of every YouTube video and all of my client projects that require some type of audio. And I like this microphone because, one, I'm able to position it just out of frame, but still I'm able to get it as close to the talent's mouth as possible. So, for example, just now with filming this scene here, I can literally reach out and touch the microphone. So, fair warning for all of your ears, that's the microphone. So literally just an arm length away. But here on the camera, you really can't see it. Or if I wanted to come closer to the microphone, I very well could, and literally can be just like, I don't know, a fist away from the mic, but yet you still can't see it in the frame. So it just all depends on, there's so much you can do with this type of microphone. When it comes to using these microphones, in particular, the Rode NTG2 and the SM58, these 2 microphones require some type of XLR cable to be able to use with an external recorder. So thus, the next 2 items are an XLR cable and an external recorder. So considering that I use DSLR cameras, there isn't an XLR cable connector or an adapter on the camera body compared to cinema cameras where they have a full XLR mic jack. So I have to use an external recorder to pick up the audio from using these 2 microphones. And my external recorder of choice is the Zoom H5. Now, external recorder is definitely a must when trying to up the production value of your audio. Now let's get into the camera and accessories. So as a photographer or videographer, a camera body is definitely a must. Like, you can't do your job without one. So for me, my 2 camera bodies of choice are the Canon 1DX Mark II, and then also the Canon EOS R. Now, if you guys know, I've only had the EOS R for about a year now. A full review about that will be coming later, but I do have a video on why I actually picked up this camera, and you can check it out here. And for those who've been around for the channel for some time, you know the 1DX Mark II has pretty much been the main workhorse and beast that I've used since the start of this channel. As you guys know, when I first started this channel, the 1DX Mark II and this 24mm camera was the only two pieces of gear that I used to shoot legit every YouTube video and client job for about 2 years. And that was because the 24 was just perfect for me. It literally did everything video related that I could think of. I vlogged on the 24, I shot weddings on the 24, I took photos on the 24. It literally did everything. My second go-to lens of all time is the Sigma 35 f1.4 lens. So like the 24mm, it also has a fast aperture of 1.4, but the 35 focal length is a focal length that I have come to love and enjoy, especially for photos. I really use this 35 to take every photo that has ever been on my Instagram account of me personally. So yeah, the 35 is definitely a beast. We'll jump straight into accessories. Now, no, I don't care what, you know, skill level you're at or what you're doing, whether it's video or photography, you will always need this item, and that item is a tripod. So whether you're doing time lapses, whether you're doing talking heads like this, interviews, a tripod is definitely a must. I literally use a tripod every day. So invest in you a tripod, multiple tripods, whatever one fits your workflow and your style of filmmaking or photography. Get you a tripod. I can't stress that enough. Moving on from tripods to the next item, and that item is filters. I can't stress how much I use filters. Literally, a Pro Mix filter lives on the 35mm lens, which I'm using right now for this talking head, and a variable ND literally lives on both the 35 and the 24 anytime I'm vlogging outside or yeah. So get you a filter. Start using filters. Invest in the different types of filters. So filters are definitely a must. Now to our third and final category, which is lighting. Now when it comes to lighting, specifically as a photographer and videographer, we can't do our job without the proper lighting source. So now on the video side, for more consistent lighting, I suggest some type of LED light similar to the Aperture 120D. Invest in some type of lighting that fits your needs and your style and your workflow, and you'll be good to go. And the final piece of item to go along with your light source is a C-stand. So those are literally every piece of item, whether it's gear, camera, lens, accessory, lighting stand, microphone, that I literally use day in and day out for these YouTube videos, for client work, for all of my projects really. So hopefully this video helped you out and allowed you to understand that type of actual pieces of gear that is actually useful day in and day out. And hopefully it also allows you to realize some of the items that you may need and may not need. And if it did help you out in any type of way, please consider leaving a like button for the video so it's able to reach out to a larger audience and help others as we all grow in becoming better photographers and videographers and storytellers. And if you aren't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.